Divorce in America is an epidemic. According to divorcestatistics.org, roughly 45 to 50% of marriages, that's basically 1 in every 2 couples, ends in divorce. The statistics for second-time marriages is 60 to 67% that end in divorce, and for third-time marriages, 70 to 73% of those marriages end in divorce. That number is ridiculous, it's outrageous, but it's an epidemic, and it is the culture of what we live in today, the sad truth. Due to that, the average age of the first-time divorcee as a male is age 30 and a half years old, and the average age for a female is age 29 and a half. Let's take, for example, let's step back and let's take an average middle class coming to being of marriage, a couple that comes to wed and have children. So let's say that these two individuals are enrolled in a university, a 4-year university, and they're pursuing their bachelor's. So let's say they enroll at 18 and they graduate at age 22. But let's say at age 22, their senior year, John Doe and Sally Ann become engaged. John Doe finally gets the courage to ask her the question. Well, at age 23, the year after, they become married. Well, let's give them ages about 25 to 27. Between that range, they start to have kids. And if that's true and they have kids, and then they become one of the unlucky couples that end in divorce rate. 1 every 2 couples usually becomes divorced. The sad truth is, that was them. Well, with the average age of divorce being 30 and a half for first time and 29 and a half for female, they divorce and they have a kid who's between the age of this time, between 5 and 7 years old. And at this age, they're already confused. They're already trying to get a grasp on the world. They don't know what's going on. All they can think about right now, that kid, is why. Why is mommy not here anymore? Why is daddy living over there? Why is mommy and daddy, why are they not together? Why are we not together like we used to be? Where is daddy? Where is mommy? You know, it's been a long time. Where's mommy? Where's daddy? Or what about the different times that they spend at households? Why do I have to go to this house, which is mommy's house, for a certain amount of time, and then go to daddy's house for a certain amount of time? If I get to go to either houses at all. They're confused. And at the same time, they have to go to school, which they're enrolled in, and they don't want to be there the whole time. All they're thinking about is mommy, daddy, why, mommy, daddy, why, mommy. They're trying to solve bigger problems than say your ABC is 1, 2, 3. And so Miss McGillicuddy notices that and notifies the parents and says, hey, your kid has not been very concentrated. Your kid has become very emotional and has distanced themselves from the rest of the class and from me. Or take, for example, my story. Going into my senior year of high school, my parents informed me that they were getting divorced that previous summer before my senior year. And I said, okay, and I tried to rein it all in, but I couldn't. I thought I had it. The semester started, and even though I had all my assignments and tests and everything, they were done on time. All those things were done on time. The effort that I put into that was subpar at best. I did not care at all about my assignments. I was also a member of the football team, and I can remember in practice, mentally was not there. My coaches and teammates always said, hey, snap out of it, but I couldn't. I wasn't worried about the plays. I wasn't worried about the game. I was worried about mom, dad, family, kids, my siblings, just responsibilities and a job and all these other things. Wasn't there. I remember I was late 30 plus times. I became distant. School was nothing to me. Because of those lates, I suffered numerous detentions. My behavior started to get a little crazy and out of control. I remember thinking, what is my future going to look like? Because my future is not at all how it was planned out to be or how it was supposed to be. My parents have split, 2 houses, siblings, taking my siblings back and forth to houses. I didn't want to do that. Meanwhile, telling them everything was going to be okay. When in reality, I didn't feel okay. Life as we had known it had changed. School didn't matter. You know, take Jessica St. Clair. She's been a marriage and family therapist for over 30 years. She works for Divorce Wizards, which is a corporation that deals with consulting, counseling, appeals in educational systems, appeals in the family systems, any types of systems that you want that divorce affects. And she deals with that. You know, she talks about how stress, kids and adults both deal with stress, but they deal with it differently. Kids don't really know how to verbalize anything, and so they, per se, act it out more so. And so you have kids that are going through divorce, and they don't know how to verbalize the emotions and things that they are feeling, and so they act it out in class to get attention that they're not getting at home. She has a quote. She says, Jessica St. Clair says, kids tend to be more demanding, unaffectionate, and disobedient than children from intact homes. Kids of divorce are more afraid of abandonment, loss of love, and bodily harm. They carry those problems to school. See, divorce doesn't just affect a household. It affects a student's schooling. Spouses, parents, you need to know that your problems, when they affect the household, affect your kids. And they affect your kids deeper than the surface level. And that can tie in the education system and their schooling. Parents, educators, you need to stay involved in your kids' lives during this time. Teachers and counselors need to be contacted when families are getting divorced, so this can be notified so we can be ahead of the game. The things that kids need the most through this time of chaos and craziness is consistency. And educators, you can provide that. Even though your first and foremost job is not to, you signed that contract that said, first and foremost for that kid, consistency for that kid. That's not your job, but that's part of it. The only consistent thing most of these kids suffer from divorce have is a school and a teacher that are there day in, day out, day in and day out. Be there for them. Guys, your response to all of this will be the child's response, more than likely. If you respond with positivity and you respond with care and you stay involved and you show them that they are important and you show them that they are smart and you help them stay on the right path and the right chain, you are less likely to have these disobedient children, these children who feel underappreciated or like they don't get a lot of attention. Divorce affects everyone involved. The more that we as educators stay ahead of the game, stay consistent, and care about our students, the better off school systems will be, kids will be, and not just through divorce, but through many situations. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have a great day.